Hello guys, this is Negacious. Now, the reason you're seeing the main screen right now is because I have a disclaimer to make regarding the adult content and my upload schedule. So, as you all know, in between episodes 18 and 19, there was a 24-hour break, a day's break. That was because of two reasons. My upload speed, which is garbage, and I also had some personal stuff to take care of. But I have a disclaimer for the future. So there will be some adult scenes, and since YouTube will not allow those scenes to be shown on YouTube, even though there's like porn and stuff on YouTube, but enough about that. There will probably be like times when there will be like a day's break in between episodes, because I need to get a system going for editing. And since I'm not an experienced editor, it might take some time. So I'm sorry if there will be breaks in between episodes, but I will try to get them out as soon as they are live on a daily basis. So, with that disclaimer out of the way, and with this amazing music playing in the background, Red Velvet is the thing that was playing in the background. Let's get going. In the last episode of Katawa Shoujo, there were some shenanigans going on with Emi, and we were actually pondering whether or not we should try and make a move for Emi. And after wondering and pondering about it and playing with Emi around her room, we kind of overheard something kind of private to her. And we admitted to ourselves that we just might be in love. Yeah, and we decided that today we're gonna go ask the nurse if Emi actually has a crush or not on the track team captain. But for now, we are on the morning run with Emi. Let's get going. Also, let me just slightly raise the volume. That should be good. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emi grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emi laughs at my bravado and we take off running. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emi is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Hisao, you're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. Wow. This last line is delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Emi begins to run her sprints while I take a cooldown nap. She's really pushing herself today. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers, looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it a little bit too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emi gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah! I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know. A good run always gets the kinks out, you know. Clears the mind too. Oh? Emi nods vigorously. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She doesn't explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare, maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted to know. If she wanted me to know, I'm sorry. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicion. The only problem is Even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind, then? Emmy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. I open my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk of her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. Yeah, I hear you. We'd better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. Too true. For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Emmy again. Come on then, Hisao, race ya! With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, well, look who's finally shown up. Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out of the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of erased Emmy there. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reel back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Can't seem to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend, and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot more sense. She seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. The nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. What? Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just like a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Hey, speaking of Emmy, are she and the track captain, well, you know. A look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? Well, it's just that they seem kind of close and I'm curious, you know? And I'd never ask her because that would be kinda embarrassing. So far so good. Not to really sell it. Besides, I think they'd make a good, cute couple. The nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I can say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yep. Not that I could tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. Yeah, right. You just like holding a secret over my head. That too. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out of the door, motioning to Emmy to go in. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. That's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. Hell yeah, Hisao! I'm half tempted to make some sort of move on Emmy right now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that, I can't be certain. Even so, I can't help but feel hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. And go for it, man. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day at least. The rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. I wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. That seems pretty unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to go look for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Emmy and Rin to show up. It does not take long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough? Keeping me waiting for you, honestly. The two of you are... Huh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Emmy. We run in the mornings. She grins, and I feel my heart jump slightly at my chest at the sight. Yes, I knew that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Rin, I mean. Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. I kind of, sort of, gave her a cold. Oh dear. Okay, so Emmy made Rin catch a cold. Awesome. Am I at risk too? It would make sense. After all, Emmy and I were in close contact the other day. So, what did she and Rin do to get her that ill? Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Rin's probably just got a worse immune system than me. Amy seems shocked by my comment, like she hadn't considered that before. I hope not. I feel terrible if you'll get ill because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I feel a fever coming on. Amy looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao! You stop getting sick! You stop getting sick this instant! I won't have it! Impulsively, she seizes me by the collar. Are you listening to me, Hisao? Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear! I give a smart salute. Duly noted, ma'am. Emmy steps back and nods, satisfied. Good. You are not allowed to miss any of our morning runs, after all. But you missed a morning run. Emmy crosses her arms and looks at me haughtily. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me, not you. Well, fair enough, Emmy is in a better shape than I am. That's not an explanation at all. Emmy looks flabbergasted. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Emmy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, is Rin going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Emmy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Although I probably should have made sure she didn't try to take them all at once. Oh my god. That'd be a drug overdose. She's... What? She's done it before, you know? Somehow, I don't find this all that surprising. Shouldn't that be like a drug overdose? I doubt Rini is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. You should probably check in on her later then, just to make sure. Emi shrugs. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine until then. I nod, figuring that line of conversation is over. The only problem is I don't know what else to talk about. So, you got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way to trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, then maybe I can ask her on a date or something. Hell yeah, go Hisao! Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form the words. Emi shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple of weeks, I think. The season's winding down. Oh yeah, I came in right in the middle of things, didn't I? Does that mean my exams are coming up soon? I should probably look into that. What do you do on weekends if there's no meet? An eyebrow goes up and Emi gets a teasing look on her face. This discussion is like chess, practically. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? I shrug and hope it looks casual. Just making conversation. I don't know what it's like to be a track star after all. Flattery! She waves a hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know? You just happened to see me on a good day, is all. You liar. Huh, yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least, that's what my dad used to say. Aww. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression her face has taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emi starts to deny it, then sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? Do I ever? I settle for nodding, however. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses, as if it suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. It's almost like she's breaking some sort of personal rule here. But she starts up again, choosing her words carefully. Well, not often, but... on occasion. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. A sigh escapes her, and she looks terribly frustrated. I reach over and give her a hug, which, unlike last time, doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay that way for a while. Hey, you know, I was serious last night. You really can't talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do that sort of thing solo, you know? Emi smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. Thanks, Hisao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her reassembling herself, getting ready to bottle it all up again. Guess that topic's closed now. So, hey, given any more thought to that career survey? Can't say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although, I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I shrug. I suppose, unless you were serious about that pirate thing. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. Emi giggles and starts to look a little like her old self, but there's a new element to her expression. Impish, that's how I'd describe it. Emi looks impish, looking up at me with her head nested into my shoulder. Nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me if I ran off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Who in their right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. I noticed that my heart seems to have sped up. It's probably due to Emi's proximity to me. That hint of strawberries again. I can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. Hey, Hisao! If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell is about to ring. My thoughts grind to a sudden halt. Just do it, man! Come on! It's the perfect opportunity! I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. All I can manage is a strangled, ha! This amuses Emi even more. You were thinking about it, weren't you? She sits up, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know? You're really... well... She briefly composes herself, looking like she's about to say something important. Yeah, there you go. If you hadn't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of a crush on you. You're going to have to do something about that. This time, her grin short-circuits several important thought processes. At some point I turned toward her, and at another point, her arms moved around my neck. And yet another, my arms wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell you precisely when that happened. Because at that moment, there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look into Emi's eyes. There it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed. It's there again. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. Fuck yes! Hell yes! Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. She leans into the kiss, and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. Not that there was any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. The world falls away. There's just me, her, and this bench. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, how she feels. Fuck yeah, Hisao, you're the man. The ringing of the bell snaps us both back into reality and we break the kiss. Emi's cheeks are slightly flushed and she seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, so am I. We stand there for a few moments, trying to wrap our heads around what we've just done. Emi's the first to break the silence. So... Wanna grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence. I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually I suppose it was going to be some kind of proper date on the weekend or something, but the thought was there, I think. Emi gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You are still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice, Hisao. She leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. As I head into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. Why, Hichan, you romantic you! Did you confess on the rooftop, did you? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? This being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. I guess. Before I can really respond, Mutos entered the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. I suspect that I'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Emi kissed me right in the middle of the hall. But somehow, I don't care about that. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. Act 3. Perspective. On Emi's route. Should I stop here? Let's go on for a little while longer. But hey, we're in Act 3 in Emi's route. Holy god. This is awesome. That was a nice way to end the act. My head's in a spin all through Muto's class. Although I'm in a worry that from this chapter onwards there will be some NSFW content. Which means edit. No! I'm going to have dinner. With Emi. Who wants to be my girlfriend, no less. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss. I keep going back to it, playing it over again in my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. My mind drifts off, lost in thoughts of Emi. Okay, I guess that's where we're gonna drop off this episode. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this episode of Katawa Shoujo. We are on to chapter 3 on Emi's route. Holy god. And we exchanged a kiss. Well, it's progress, it's progress. Some good progress, I might say. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free. Let's try that again. If you enjoyed the episode, please drop a comment down below and make sure to click that like button as well. If you want to have your videos in my subbox, if YouTube would just get their shit together, click subscribe and the bell next to the subscribe button in order to receive them. My name is Negatious, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.